Many kids don't want to go to a TVET college. Okay? They just don't want to. You were one of them. Even you. Think about it. I saw her, she was looking nice, and I asked her, where do you work? I work for SAA. I didn't know anything about APS scores. I thought, oh, Puma APA is just enough. Not all kids are capable of working in maths and science field and technology. Right, let's move. Hey guys, welcome to the village. Finally, we get to do some career guidance video nyana. So parents, if you are a parent, okay, of a teenager, there is a bit confused and unsure. That's normal, okay? And also if you're a teenager yourself, or someone who's young, I think someone who just got started as well in their career and they're a bit confused. Some things, though I'm directing this video to teenagers and parents of teenagers, but you might find some things very useful, and there are things that will start making sense that you were confused about, and you're like, oh, now it makes sense. Okay, before we go any further, this is what you can expect from this video. I'm going to be sharing some 10 harsh realities about career, choosing a career path. There are realities, guys, that I need to share with you, okay? We have to start there, and then we can go somewhere, okay? And I'll share 5 key areas that I look at when I'm working with a teenager, because I'm already working with some teenagers already, okay? It's just that it was not on the internet. Alrighty, so guys, let's get some reality dose out of the way. Parents, not all kids are capable of STEM. Okay, not all kids are capable of working in maths and science field and technology. Right, let's move. Okay, not all STEM careers are high paying. Okay, I know. Yes, sometimes you can do that hard degree, but then the pay slip is coming back saying 10,000. Okay, so let's not look at STEM from that point of view. With yo okay. Number 3, not all non-STEM careers are low paying. Okay, right. Not all high-paying jobs are fulfilling. This one is chaza, okay? To have money or to have a high-paying job, it comes with a lot of stress, okay? And it does not mean that everyone who's getting paid well are fulfilled. All right, sharp. So, number 6, some people are just creatives. That's it. They might be average or do well in math and science, but they are just creative individuals. They just need to work in a creative environment. Okay? So our job is just to assist them with options. Okay? Or just making sure that, okay, we find means to make certain things happen. Okay? Yeah. Guys, the economy, not just there Ramaphosa, even here Donald Trump, economy shaky around the world. All right, so sometimes I know it looks like it's here in South Africa. No, just globally. Okay, so this is why we need to be intentional. Nothing is guaranteed, but we just need to be intentional. Okay, because if you can ask me, when I was in grade 10, what did I want to be? I don't think I would have answered you. Actually, I had no clue. I was in a commercial school, right? Where we only did commercial subjects. But no one ever explained to me what that means, what options are there, right? So what happened was there was a very beautiful late young lady. There was a family friend. She used to work for South African Airways. She just started her career. Like, she passed away at 19. Like, her first year working or second year of work, right? So I saw her. She was looking nice. And I asked her, Where do you work? I work for SAA. Oh, okay. Which course did you do? I did travel and tourism. Oh, okay. What do you need? You just need, no, just pass English. I think that's what she said. Oh, fantastic. That was it. And then I just carried on. Ah, no, as long as in Pasile, it does not matter. Guess what? By the time I was in grade 12, she was late. Okay? So I don't know if she was still alive, if maybe she could have done something for me or whatever, you know, but that's a story for another day, right? But I'm just trying to show you a danger of just not being intentional about things. Okay? Because now I was not thinking about APS scores. Well, not thinking, I didn't know anything about APS scores. I thought, oh, Puma Epepeni is just enough. Just to sum up this point. That's all I thought. It's like, Mampumile Pepeni, as long as in Pasile, it just doesn't matter. Okay? So, we don't want that for our teens now. Sharp. Parents, some careers are just about the location, like where you are. Okay? There are degrees that can work. I've seen people making an architectural master's degree work, but they are in Europe. They are not in South Africa. Okay? So we need to be aware of those things as well, right? Some degrees are about location, country of birth, where you are, okay? And also they are about a decade. I can't say the decade you were born in, but I can say the decade of your graduation, you know. Obviously, someone who graduated in 2005, they will tell you a totally different story now, okay? So we need to be aware of those things. So sometimes I do feel like as parents, we use what used to work for us and then we think it still applies now. So it's very important to always be wary of what is happening around, not just in South Africa or the province that we're in, but around the world. You know, we need to look at things from that perspective. I'm gonna make an example about the technology industry. You always see on the news, layoffs. Kodwa in South Africa, it's booming. Why? It's because American companies, they take their services offshore now. And also, I'm aware about the cheap labor and stuff, but you know, but I'm just saying, Guti, we need to look at things from a global perspective, okay? Consider the location and the decade that we are in. What is happening? Please don't forget to like and share this video, guys. Yeah, and let me know what you think of these points that I've already mentioned. Do you relate, you know, and something similar happened to you, okay, and how are you dealing with it, or how did you overcome it? Most kids, parents, I'm sorry, and yeah, I struggle with this as well. The things that we want for our kids, they don't want them. And in most cases, we are right, like we are correct. However, we just need to find a way. We just need to find a way. Okay, I'll make an example. Like my daughter is not interested in computer science. It is what it is. All right. It is what it is, but we are working on something else. She's still in grade 10, but yes, and also remember, sometimes we just need to expose them, you know. Exposure is important, but it does not mean that that decision is final. Because think about it. What you wanted, even yourself, when you're 16 or 17 or 18, sometimes it's not what you want now. So we need to be aware of that. This one is for our kiddies, or not kiddies, like our teens. Being mediocre, baby. Being mediocre. As a black person, I shame. It's a luxury. Like, you don't. Hey, That thing is expensive. Okay? That thing is expensive. Being mediocre as a black person, that thing is expensive and it will cost you a lot. So avoid it at all cost. Always strive for the best, because being mediocre is expensive. It is too costly. It is too costly. I can't emphasize it enough. Okay, it is too costly being mediocre as a black person. Okay, so please always strive for the best. This was not on the list, but let me just add it. Even the schools that you went to, okay, if you are mediocre, it's not gonna do much. Always strive for the best. Okay, make sure that you strive for the best. And number 9, going back to school later is hard, especially if you are a woman. Okay, it's very hard. So just make sure you clock in the school earlier. Okay, if there is means, clock in the school earlier, because going back later, it's going to be very hard. And lastly, parents, truth is, many kids don't want to go to a TVET college. Okay, they just don't want to. You were one of them. Even you, think about it. Would you have gone? Would you have considered a TVET college? I don't think so. Okay, so we need to find the right approach. If we see that's the ideal solution for the particular child, then we need to find the right approach to introduce the topic. Not just to share, hey, here's a payslip of an artisan, so that is not enough. All right, yeah. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, let's meet on Sunday at 7 p.m. Link is in the description box, where I'll be sharing with you in this free webinar. It's free. I'll be sharing with you the Pathfinder program. It's a coaching program for teens. It's only 2 sessions. So when I say program, it sounds like some lengthy thing. No, it's only 2 sessions. The first session, I'm with your team, just the 2 of us. And the second session, I'll be there with you and the mother and the father or the guardian. Okay, so there's just a feedback session. So I'm going to be answering like more questions about that and just dive in some more about the program. Okay, so don't miss it, don't miss out. Okay, if you clicked on this video, you need to attend the webinar. Okay, it's free, like you have nothing to lose. So now I want to share with you like the 5 key areas that I use as part of the self-discovery assessment. Okay, I also use like the school reports. Yeah, so we don't just talk J emoyeni. I need the 2, like the latest reports, last year, near first term, last year and first term. Okay, and then they fill in a self-discovery like assessment thing, and these are the 5 key areas that I focus on. And I'm going to it's too long, like I can't go through it here, but I'm just, for each section, I'm going to share like 1 question from that section. Okay, so obviously we look at my interest and passions. Before you go to the world, like to work, to study, to work, obviously you have things that you are interested in and that you are passionate about. I'm interested in knowing about those things. Okay, we are not saying that you're gonna go there and do the things that you're passionate about and not get paid, because I don't want parents to be worried with, boy, you want to tell our kids they must follow their passion. No. Okay, but I still want to know what interests them, like what makes them light up. So for this part of the assessment, I would ask if there was like 1 problem in the world that you would solve, what would it be? Okay, I'm just interested. My daughter said inflation, and we dived in. I wanted to understand why inflation, what made her think like that. Okay, come to that answer. One of my clients said food security. Parents, these kids are there, they're clocking in this information. Okay, And funny enough, this question always comes back because the client that spoke about food security, they were interested in agriculture. Okay? Yeah. And then we look at strengths and skills. Typical question here. Give me 3 words that would describe you the best. Like 3. Okay? And then we look at goals and values. Question here would be what comes naturally to you? Something that you would do even if you're not getting paid. I am really interested in this question, guys. What comes naturally to you? Like, what can you do even if you're not getting paid? And for me, it's to teach, is to give people information, making sure that people have access to valuable information. I can do that even if I'm not getting paid. Okay, moving right along, exposure and resources. This is very important, and this is another reason why I took some time to have the framework for this program, because we can't have a blanket answer for anything, you know, because Asia's background yako, what resources are available. Do you understand? You know, you might find that you are doing this, but kunama resources in to do something like entrepreneurial. I'm open to finding out about all careers. You know, there is no wrong answer, there is no right answer, there is no right career, there is no wrong career. We just need to analyze the situation and see what resources are available. Okay, like for instance, I'm very keen to understanding, are you looking at a bursary, or are you looking at NSFAS, or are your parents paying? Okay, the reason I have to ask this and why it's important, one is the entrepreneurial side of things. There are things that work, especially the creative space, if you run your own thing. Okay, so should we discourage people who can afford to do that? Absolutely not. So if the resources are there and we can see this is what you like, but we just need to make sure we say it makes sense again money wise, right? Also, you might find that you don't qualify, maybe you didn't meet the 60% pass rate, whatever, but then if you go to the private college, maybe they want 50% or even 40. Okay, so if that option is available for you, that your parents or you as a parent can pay for private education, then we have to look at it. Okay, so this is why I just find it to be dangerous to advise, like to give like blanket advice on these internet streets. Is that beyond, or should I say is that Elon Musk these days ngati internet Elon Musk, you know. So yeah guys, and then lastly, soft skills. I will look at something like, if we have to learn something new, would you like to enjoy watching it, reading it, listening to it, or doing it, you know? And then we see how it goes. But Ogni guys, will chat on Sunday, the 1st of June, this coming Sunday. Just make sure you go to the description box, you RSVP. Okay, I'll answer your questions. You can leave them in this video as well, and yeah, I'll respond here, and also we can have a more like interactive session. I'm looking forward to seeing parents, and yeah, and see how we can assist your teens going forward. And yeah guys, please don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe. We are off to 100,000 subscribers. Bye.